You know, somebody commented on one of my videos and they're like, "Decent, you should be ashamed of yourself for defending this girl Chidimma. You hate South Africans. Why are you defending this girl?" The question is, should I really be ashamed of myself just because you are saying that? I'm not ashamed of myself. No one can tell me to be ashamed of myself. I know who I am. I'm not ashamed for defending Chidimma against a mob of hateful people. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed that I was on the side of defending this girl against people who are so xenophobic. Majority of them most probably also hate their lives. They have nothing else to do. I'm not ashamed of taking that position. I'm not ashamed of being a young African man who is interested in the African history and African people. I'm not ashamed that I don't hate foreigners. I'm not ashamed. That's one thing you should know. One thing I'm ashamed of, though, is that I spoke about all of this information based on information found online that was not really credible. Because let's be honest, nobody knew if this girl's mother had committed fraud. People were predicting it's her father. Nobody knew her mother. I knew her mother was a South African, according to Google, according to credited information online about her. But that information was wrong. So I'm ashamed of speaking based on wrong information. That one, I won't run away from it. I'm ashamed of that. But I'm not ashamed that I defended this girl against a mob of people. Some of them threatening her life, trying to kill her. Some of them are threatening that this girl must be, like, I'm not ashamed of not being part. Like, I'm not xenophobic. I'm actually proud that I was not part of the group of those people who were so hateful towards this girl. I'm proud of that because I don't carry hate in my system whereby I would just hate people based nakona. Like, okay, her mother was found committing fraud. You can't just leave it there. And if you are really claiming you are South African patriot, you can't just leave it there and draw the conclusion and say it's done. This conversation is done. Are you gonna hold Home Affairs accountable? Would you demand to know who was the official working at Home Affairs who made this to happen? Are you gonna ask questions like, since this girl, her mother, stole the identity of a South African woman, sorry to that South African woman, sorry to her, and she should be protected wherever she is, because I don't think she wants this social media thing, whoever that South African woman is. And I believe she deserves justice for being stolen her identity. That one we can't run away from, you know. But as South Africans, are you gonna wanna know why did the government allow this to happen? Are you gonna wanna ask questions like, who else is here with stolen identity? Are you gonna wanna know those questions? Or you just gonna conclude it here and say, hey, Chidimma fraud, and then it's done? Because it can't be done. The Home Affairs just opened a can of worms. It can't just end here. And I just hope the investigation, so they say, go on, and they don't just try to put this under the mat and forget about it and create something else to distract people. Because it's only a matter of time. Now that the government officials are also implicated in this, it's only a matter of time until they divert the attention and bring something else to distract people. But are you guys going to be distracted, or are you still going to be demanding justice about this? That's where we'll see your true patriotism. So, I'm not ashamed that I defended Chidimma, to be honest. If I was to be honest, I'm not ashamed. I know people are coming out, hey, we are sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for defending Chidimma against people who are so hateful to. I'm not. But speaking based on information that was not properly credited, that one I'm sorry for, because I I didn't know her mother. Nobody knew that. But I don't hate Chidimma. That's one thing you should know. I don't hate Nigerians. I don't hate Zimbabweans. I don't. Thank you very much.